So I'm glad you guys could join me. Today, we're going to be discussing the EDC for when you do go hunting. What do you carry, and how do you carry it is another thing. When I was out this weekend, I went to go hunting at one of my favorite places. Unfortunately, a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, two guys got in ahead of me and pretty much scared out whatever game that was available. But the thing is, I was out there. I got to thinking, besides my firearm, which I was carrying at the time, I was wondering what other people would carry in the gear. I did have a backpack with some things, and I was carrying it along, and I realized I didn't have half the stuff I needed. So right now, I'm going to be discussing and showing off some stuff that I normally carry when I go out. I'm going to be for in the future, especially in the wintertime. Stuff I'm going to be carrying while I'm out hunting, not just my normal firearm gear. Now, if you have any suggestions, any ideas, any input on what you carry that might help me improve mine, or maybe some of my ideas can help you improve yours, just give me a call, shout out and let me know. I'm hoping there's somebody going to be here today because it is 7:02 and no one's here yet, which is really weird. Hey guys, glad you guys could make it. Whoever that may be, please chime in. I see there's two of you out there. That's according to this thing up there. When you go hunting, what is your everyday carry? What do you prefer to carry with you when you're in a winter hunting situation, either by yourself or with a friend, depending on how you do it? Myself, I literally got into a position where my GPS on my phone wouldn't even work. So that's a future idea that I'm going to have to, rectify in the future, because I'm sorry that sometimes GPS fails you. So what do you use when you carry? I mean, myself, I did carry water. I did carry food. I did carry some supplies. I didn't carry everything I had. I had stuff in my car for everything I needed, but not on my person, unfortunately. I mean, I did have a good hunting coat. I was wearing my base layers and my, everything I need to keep myself warm, but I didn't have this stuff. I didn't have a shelter with me. I did have food and a stove and water, but I did not have a shelter materials. I didn't have cordage. I didn't have a lot of different things. I did have a lighter and stuff on me, but that's my only everyday carry that I normally carry. So other than that, I decided to build myself a better pack to figure out what I would need. Let's hear what you guys have to say about this. I myself have a lot of different things to go about. So let's hear what you got. If you're there, I lost you. I had two people and they're gone. Dang, what's up with that? I do have my coffee, so hopefully somebody's out there listening at the very least. Otherwise, I am going to be rocking this live by myself, which is, it happens. Happy December 2nd. Merry Christmas for those who are out there. Love you guys. Please like, share, subscribe. If you haven't, please do so. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry if I got a little quiet. Hopefully that somebody's be there. Yes, this is Colan from Kincaid Outdoors. Who please let me know if you're in there in the chat today. That way I could say hi to you and ask you some questions. Maybe you can ask me some questions. I do have some things that I went through when I was out hunting this weekend that I realized while I'm not the best at preparing for everything, I do like being prepared. Hey, Heath, how you doing, brother? Yep, I do have one. I do carry with me. I do know how to whistle with my fingers really, really loud, but I do plan. I'll show you what I had with me, but I didn't, which was one of these. And before you ask me about what this has to do with the whistle, this actually is a whistle right there. So sorry about that, but that's, yeah. Now this has got everything I need. It's got the little saw, got my hatchet, got the ferro rod with whistle. Good, piece of kit. Now, is it the best kit? No, just a decent piece of kit. I also carry, generally I carry my this is I every day carry my medic knife and a flashlight. I do have some other things I'd also carry with me, which is my base keys, which includes another ferro rod. I carry a lot of ferro rods, fire starting materials, but I did have my phone as well as a battery pack, headlamp, but I also have a backup lamp that I picked up from my son, of all things, from previous weekend. And this is from one of those little hats that have the little light embedded in it. He found a better thing to add to his, and this is a fully rechargeable little light, which makes a really good emergency light to carry in your gear. Flat packs, rechargeable, good piece of kit. Also, I do carry coffee. I did have water. I'll show you what I carried for water. Give me a moment here. Now, what I had with me, but I didn't carry with me, is I did have a tarp. This is a Z-Packs tarp with all the ropes and stuff I need. Duct tape. Now, unfortunately for me, I left a lot of this stuff in the car because I felt it was a little heavy. Unfortunately, I did have my squirrel skinner, but in a lighter pack. As well, along with that kit, I also had a little tripod and pot hanger. I did have my MSR stove and fuel, that's using white gas with me, because I figured doesn't hurt to have it. I did have one meal with me. Please forgive me the condition of it, but this one is a Mountain House lasagna with meat sauce. Didn't use it, but I had it with me. But the one thing I really had with me, which I thought was really nice. Oh, here comes Jason. How you doing, brother? Jason, are you there? I cannot hear you. Well, one of the things I did have with me that I do carry with me on the regular is my Pathfinder Outdoors water bottle and cup kit. So I could heat up water in this if I needed to. I can use it for making coffee. I could use it for my water for my Mountain House meal. Got the Pathfinder cup and lid, as well as a little pop can hanger. I don't know why Jason's not saying anything. Okay. Hey, things happen when you never know when you. I'd rather be too prepared than not prepared enough, Jason. You know that. But I did have a stove with me just in case so I was carrying my MSR whisper light with me because I prefer to not have to worry about trying to get some sticks together to build a fire when I can have pretty much instant fire with a full 20-ounce bottle. Was this 20 ounce? Yeah, 20-ounce bottle of white gas, which I had with me right away, which would allow me to do everything I need to do. I lost Jason. I also carry coffee with me as well as drink mixes. So these drink mixes, while yes, they are Propel and some other stuff, these can be served hot, not just cold, to help keep your electrolytes up. Because when you're in the cold, you lose electrolytes too because you sweat and hopefully not too much. I did wear my base layers, and as well as my good hunting coat, which is right behind me, which has got a big liner. Since I lost the weight, makes a lot big difference. Now, one of the things I made sure I had on me was decent sized gloves, which I have. Where did I put them? They're behind me, I think. Sorry, my apologies. I don't have everything, laid out really pretty or anything like that because I just try to shotgun this right before my live, and I always forget what I'm doing half the time because I get a little bit scatterbrained. Give me a second here. Sorry, had to bring the YouTube side up. My boy, I did not have a GPS. I did have a radio with me. Unfortunately, my boy wasn't with me to be able to use this one. This one is, multi-channel walkie-talkie. But unfortunately, my boy decided to stay home that day. Now, Heath, what is besides your emergency whistle? What else do you carry? I mean, I've got my, I'll show you my knife that I carry and things like that. I do have a, let's see, I think it's behind me somewhere. I think I had my Flissa with me, my fixed blade knife, as well as my flip knife. I also had my flashlights, as well as a spare set of wool socks, because you never know if your feet get wet. You got to keep yourself warm. I had a decent set of gloves, which are buried over here somewhere. And I'm trying to make sure I got everything where I can explain it to you, but you guys know what I'm talking about most of the time. So I don't need to spell it out. I did have a headlamp and everything. But like I said before, 90% of what I brought was not with me. It was in my car. Unfortunately, I knew where I was going. I knew the area really, really well, but my phone did not know where I was at. So I could not use the GPS to navigate. I actually had to follow my nose, so to speak. Okay. Let me try this again. See if I can get some. Sorry about my hair and everything, guys. I generally had a thermal underwear, which is tops and bottoms, wool socks, my regular boots. I had some decent gloves, which I switched out. I had some hunting gloves, which turned out to be not warm enough because I was running about 19 degrees where I was at, and snow was about 6 to 7 inches deep. Now, I did bring my snowshoes, but since I am not really 100% ready for that yet because of my knee, I brought them, but I didn't use them. Unfortunately, I didn't need them, so that was lucky there. If it wasn't for the fact that two gentlemen got ahead of me and where I was going, and literally they knew exactly where I was going before I did, and they pretty much scared all the game away, which really, really sucked. Saw a ton of tracks. I saw deer tracks. I saw a fox track. I believe it was a fox track because it was singular. I thought something was a raccoon track. Lots of rabbit tracks and birds and mice, but nothing major. And evidence of squirrels everywhere, but everything was hunkered down because it was just, I got there late due to the weather. Because as everybody knows, here in Iowa, our snow didn't start till Saturday, and I wasn't able to get out till Sunday. And once I got there, I did the best I could. Is anybody out in there besides me? Please put a 1 in the chat if you are, because I'm feeling a little self-conscious just yammering on right now. I do have various coffees I would carry with me because you never know when you need coffee. But I also had it with me in my gear, so I could have a hot cup of coffee if I really, really needed it. But fortunately, I never really got cold enough to really worry about it because, with addition to my base layers, I had a hoodie and I had my a balaclava on, as well as my one of my good hats, which I'm trying to remember where I put it. It's probably in the living room somewhere. So please forgive me for not being 100% prepared, because I put stuff somewhere and I forgot where I put it. Over here? No. Oh, on top of everything else, I did have my hearing aids in, and while it did help me hear some things, it did. I got a lot of feedback as well, unfortunately, because of how dense the woods were. I could hear pretty much myself walking, feeling like I was stomping through most of the woods, unfortunately. While I was there, I did get somewhat disoriented. I will show you here in a second. Here, let me get that up where I can find it for you. Let me see if I can find it. I don't know if there's a map here or not. Give me a second here, folks. This was where I went to. I'm not sure if I can get this thing to. Okay, here we go. Hey, Jason.
It's working now. I had to restart my computer.
I was wondering. This is where I was at when I was doing my hunt last weekend on Sunday.
I've seen that park before.
Yeah, well, I was actually literally down in this area over here somewhere, and I got literally lost for a little bit, and my GPS wouldn't even show me where I was at. Yeah, I know. That's not a good feeling. But I wasn't cold. I wasn't scared or anything like that. It's just I had a pack with some limited gear in it, but I feel that I didn't have enough, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, you should always, doesn't matter. You should always have the old way, a compass and a map and whatever you need for that.
Well, the thing is, I knew the area. It's just where the trailhead where I was planning on going, I got off a little bit, and I found my way back, obviously, but
so in other words, you didn't listen to the golden child rule.
The what?
The golden child rule.
I'm not familiar with that one.
Stay on the path.
Well, the thing is, the path ended. That's the problem. And also, I was following tracks at the time. I was following rabbit tracks. But as you can see, this is a fairly extensive area.
Hello, CR.
Hey, CR.
Oh, at Frontier. How you doing?
Yeah, that's Heath.
And ground fog.
Yeah, ground fog is always here.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I realized even though I did have a stove with me, I did have food, I did have water, I forgot my shelter in the car. I have the ability to carry
Aha! I see a joke.
a tarp. Say what?
I got a joke. You
A
left your
what?
shelter. You left your shelter in place.
Well, I left it in the car because I
I
had
know.
I had everything with me, but I left it just like I left my snowshoes in the car. So I wasn't sure if I should break them out for this particular situation since my knees weren't ready for it yet. I'm a
Yeah.
little worried about my knee still having issues.
Well, those things are not the most stable thing in the world.
No, they're brand new. I haven't used them yet. They're really nice ones, but they just haven't used them yet.
I just film Ian using them.
I have not.
CR caught it. Okay, thank you, CR.
Yeah. I didn't roll for Ian because Ian decided not to go with me this time. But because of that, I did realize I am going to need a GPS in the future, a proper one, not just one off my phone. And while a map and compass are good, having paper maps is hard to come by nowadays, especially when you don't have I don't have a printer. And a lot of places don't have physical copies anymore, unfortunately. It's all digital, which is unfortunate in my book.
I mean, I got maps of everywhere.
Everywhere?
Yeah, I've been everywhere, man.
Manhattan, Kansas?
No, haven't been there.
So there you don't have maps for that everywhere. How about Albuquerque?
Yeah. I got maps of the whole U.S. and Canada.
Now, the Raoul McNally road maps are great, but they don't have every off-road trail.
No, they don't.
Now, I do have all trails on my phone, but all trails only covers so much. That was from the map that you just saw was from all trails. And I use that when I go backpacking because there are some hiking trails there at Russell Wildlife that I follow sometimes.
Now, did you have cell service while you were there?
That was another thing because I kept on losing cell service.
So the Onyx would not have helped.
I kept on disconnecting and reconnecting. So that's why I think I might need to get myself a dedicated GPS. That's just that. Whether it be like a Garmin watch or just a regular small Garmin I could wear on my thing, because they suggest that for most backpackers anyway. I just never felt the need to get one until that moment, which is an eye-opener. Now, can I afford one right now? No. But that's on my list.
Yeah, make sure it has the emergency beacon so you can leave a text.
Yep, that's the push-button automatic beacon one.
Yeah, those things are like what? Last time I checked, they were like $600.
How much?
Like $600.
Yeah, I can't afford one of those. But there's other things that are similar. You could probably work, but I don't know how well they work until you actually try to use them. Like I said, I did have ability to make fire because when you're in the woods, I mean, I don't want to have to worry about trying to gather enough branches and stuff to get a fire going.
Oh, yeah.
And since I was in a wildlife area, I did not want to try to put a ground fire going, even if it was 6 inches of snow on the ground. But my stove was rated for cold weather anyway. That's what good thing about the MSR Whisper Light stoves are good for. The liquid fuel stoves are rated for cold weather. So I could always heat up, get that going, and keep myself warm if I had to. I did add an emergency blanket to my kit. Now, I do have one of those emergency sleeping bags, Yukos ones. I am not a big fan of them, unfortunately, because they don't breathe well. Yes, they reflect your heat back to you, but that means you sweat. It doesn't allow anything out. And I don't know if there's a good alternative to that or not. If you guys know something, please let me know. I'll try to upgrade my gear. Um, like I said, I did carry a spare set of wool socks as well as the ones I was wearing. Um, and as you already know, I do an everyday carry of lots of ferro rods anyway. The only thing I didn't really have that I really needed was, like I said, I left a lot of my gear in the car, unfortunately, and that's what really hurt me. I mean, I had a water filter in the car. I had all that stuff. But the thing is, if as a was supposed to be a short hunt hike, I didn't think I needed it, especially if I needed to boil water. I could just boil snow, melt snow,
Oh yeah.
And with that Pathfinder cup and water bottle system, I could have boiled water over with the tripod that I have. I could have boiled water over that, simple enough to get enough water to heat up my water for my meal or any of my coffee or whatever, anything to help keep my internal core up and going. Hey, Howie, how you doing?
Hello, Mr. Howie.
Now, I wasn't planning on being gone long, and I did know that I did have a shelter, in place over at my car. So I just had to get there. The only thing that got cold on me was my hands, and while I did have hunting gloves, I swapped them out for my regular everyday wear gloves, which were 10 times warmer. Did I interfere with my shooting? No. But the fact is that I should have started with those in the first place. And the only thing that really got cold was my nose. Because every time I tried to wear my balaclava up to my nose, the glasses would steam over and I couldn't see anything. For those people who wear glasses, who know what I'm talking about. Now, like I said, 2 guys got ahead of me when I was going on the trail. And any and all game that I was looking for was gone. Yep, warm hands do mean better dexterity.
Oh,
I
yeah.
did bring my 22. I didn't bring a shotgun because I'm limited on rounds for that. So it's also a lot heavier than my 22. And my 22's got a sling I could wear over my shoulder if I need to. And I did need to, because it got to a point when after I got lost, that I decided to just blaze trail straight back to where I knew where the trail was.
You just follow your tracks back.
No, actually, I took a direct. I could not see the sun. That's another one. You can't see the stars or the sun when it's all cloud cover. It's hard to navigate sometimes, especially in the snow. It got a little disconcerting, like I said. And like I said, while I didn't get overly cold or anything, my nose did. Like my nose kept on running, so that didn't help matters. But I did have a bandana to blow my nose and that kind of thing. So, but I was warm enough. My feet never got cold. And wearing long johns as well as a thermal shirt like this one, but black, kind of matching. I was more than warm enough. I had my camouflage pants, camouflage shirt. I had 3 shirts. I had a base layer, a thermal layer, and my regular hunting shirt. Then I had this coat, which had a really thick detachable liner. And I have to thank Ian for this jacket because he found it at Goodwill a couple of weeks ago. And he said, "Dad, you should try it. You've lost weight. You should be able to fit into it." I didn't believe him. Now I believe him. I did lose enough weight to wear those, which really made a big difference. Only thing it doesn't have is a hood. That's why I wore my hoodie over most of my gear. Ooh. An Italian princess, huh? Are you going to be royalty now?
No, he's going to have to pay royalties.
What was that?
He's going to have to pay for royalties.
Well, he's going to have to definitely pay for the shipping costs from Turkey.
Oh, yeah.
Um, she should be already here. She's a panini with an Italian princess. Um, my wife is descended from a Jewish princess. Does that count? Or I should say, not Jewish, but Hebrew. Does that
Oh,
count?
I thought you said Druish.
No, I'm a druid. She's not.
Yeah, the Jewish princess.
That's Princess Vespa.
Yes. I was wondering when we were going to catch that.
Oh, I caught that right off the bat. As soon as you said it. But I was going to use this as an example. This one here is just one of Ian's finds. It's a really good little radio, but it's only a line of sight, as most people know. These are the base radios, nothing fancy, generic, but they do work. And it has an additional feature which I didn't know when Ian bought it. As you can see, it's on. Here's the extra feature. I get to work here. Come on, work. This light's supposed to come on. I'm not sure how that works. I think Ian knows how to do it. It's also got a voice activation and stuff like that, so I don't have to use my hand. You're just a rube? Are you telling me you used to be a carny? Because rube is a carny term. And the reason I know that, my uncle owned a carnival growing up, and I used to work at it every summer. As most people know, I've worked on a lot of jobs. But another thing that Ian reminded me that I should have brought with me that I didn't, I'll show you. That, of all the gear that you mentioned, Jason, what's one thing you didn't hear me mention?
What? On your first aid kit?
I did not even bring it.
Oh, wow.
It was not even in my kit. I did bring, my squirrel skinner and my knife and some bags for the squirrels or rabbits, depending on what I got. I brought my stove, like I mentioned. But I brought my hiking poles. But I didn't bring using my hiking poles because I need my hands free to hunt. So it was a trade-off. What I could carry with me, and a base weight thing was really hard to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the pack that I had is not what you call the best of packs. It was that little collapsible pack I got from Jason McDaniels a while back, and the straps were very thin. They cut into my shoulders. And it didn't allow me to carry anything where I could have reach of easy access without taking off the entire pack, which is unfortunate because I should have been able to have snacks for extra energy, and water should have been more readily available. No, it was about 19 degrees Fahrenheit that day. I did check the temperature before I went down, and where I pulled in, since I had Jenny's car, not my truck, I could only pull in so far, and I had to walk in. I checked the temperature on weather.com where I was located at, and it was at 19 degrees, which is not super cold, but it is still below freezing. And while I didn't have too many problems with my knees still got sore. And according to, let's see what I did with did I bring my phone in here? Give me a second here. I can't remember if I brought my, nope, I didn't. Give me a second. I try to explain things what was going on. I actually did keep track of my steps that day because I had to.
Yeah.
Since I've been trying to get myself back in shape. I try to track how many steps I do. So I have the Fit app on my phone, and I did over 7,358 steps that day, which is considerable. That one, I think it's like just over 3 miles, I believe. Double checking. Now, I got there about, let's see what, about 8 or 9 in the morning because I had to drive over an hour to get there. And unfortunately, like I said, some guys got in ahead of me, and there was nothing to be seen other than tracks where I was at. We had snow the previous day. They stopped at 6 o'clock in the morning. CR. So
Yeah. What was your total for the snow?
I have to double check. Give me a second. I'm not really sure.
I know we got quite a bit of rain.
We didn't get as much as they suggested. They thought we were going to get up to 15 inches. We barely made 9.
Ooh.
That's here in Newton. But where I was at was a little bit deeper because I was actually further south. So we still got quite a bit.
I still quite a bit of snow though.
Huh?
That's way more than what I get.
Well, yeah. I always get this much here. But I'm okay with it though. It was not it was more like powder initially. And then when it warmed up a little bit during the day, it did melt a little bit, but not enough to be heavy or frozen. But it was about that deep or so. Wherever I walked, I literally had to punch my feet through it. Ian tried putting his snowshoes on here, but he's too big for his snowshoes, and he just didn't realize it because they're kind of short.
Mm.
They're made for youth sizes, but he's like, according to his weight, which is really weird, he's little over just about 5'9", but his weight is low enough to be considered a youth still because he's really skinny. But he walks with him like he's wearing boots, which is not exactly what you're supposed to do. But I can't really show him because my knee doesn't allow me to go through it, and I didn't want to risk my snowshoes out in my yard right now. But if anybody has any tips or tricks on how to use snowshoes, let me know because mine are still brand new and I haven't used them yet. But I was more worried about my knees more than anything else because I'm still trying to get my knee back in shape and everything. And it's not getting any better, folks, unfortunately. Like I said, go ahead.
I don't know how to use. I've never worn snowshoes either, so I wouldn't have a clue.
Now, I did have some things with me that most people, I'm not sure if you would have brought with you, Jason, or not. Because I was squirrel hunting as well as rabbit hunting, I brought a small set of binocs.
Yeah.
Not a bad set. This one here is
I'll help you
8 by
focus.
21. Not super powerful, but powerful enough to do what I was doing, especially hunting. And it's always a good thing to have a good set of these. Like I said, there's some things I wish I would have had or would have thought of to bring with me. Now, I do carry a very small first aid kit with me, generally, on my regular backpack. but I would have to detach it from my backpack to carry it with me. I didn't think to do that. But like I said, the pack that I had with me is so freaking, I guess, wonky is I guess it was another name for it. Yeah. I don't remember where I put it. Because Ian was helping me go through. Oh, here it is. Okay, this is the pack I had. As you can see, the material sucks. These are the straps. This was not meant to do what I was using it for. It has two pouches. This one and the one in the front. That's it. And not very conducive for reaching in to grab a bottle of water or what have you. Now, I did have my ammo on me and stuff in my pouch, in my pockets, but nothing major. What's that, CR? What's the one thing you don't have? That actually breaks down into a small pack, extra pack. So I usually carry that one in one of my bug out gear or my bushcraft gear in case I need to leave the encampment and just be able to throw things in, that kind of thing. But I carry small different packs for different things. I did have Ian tell me something yesterday, which I was kind of surprised. He wants to hike the Appalachian Trail.
Okay.
And he actually chose a direction that I never thought he would choose. Because depending on which way you go, depending on it also depends on, shows how many people you're going to run into.
Yeah.
So if you go from southbound, like start in the late fall, around the, right before fall,
Yeah.
late summer, early fall, you don't run into as many people. But you also don't run into a lot of things like trail magic, where people who get set up little snack stations and stuff, like way stations, to get free food, that kind of thing. And a lot of places that do like hostels and shops that are usually closed for the summer once you get through there, because most of the regular people are coming from Georgia going up to Maine, not from Maine down to Georgia.
Yeah.
Ian chose northbound from Georgia to Maine because he understands the meaning of trail magic and what it stands for. But I'm not sure if he understands the meaning of people, which I was a little. But he does have the temperament that might change on the trail. But that remains to be seen, because right now he wouldn't do it without me, and I have to have the money to do it. But if I get forcibly retired due to my knees, who knows?
Yeah, at least you got somebody there to rescue you.
Well, that's one of the things we're going to make sure we're going to have on us, is each of us, we're going to have our own, little GPS on us.
Yeah.
I mean,
if the need goes out, at least you can get help.
Right. Cell phones only do so much.
Yeah.
And also, we can only carry so much, because that is a long way to walk.
It is.
And the thing is, most people don't realize you can't do it all in a day.
No.
It's going to take 6 months. Take your time. Do not hurt yourself. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I was considering initially, before Ian ever said anything, of going southbound. So I'd get the heavy stuff, the rocks and the heavy climbs through the rock scree in the north out of the way first, while I'm still fresh. Then as I got on south, everything would have got easier. Also, you get to watch the changing of the leaves and stuff like that in the fall. The bonus. And also, less rain is another bonus for going southbound. But like I said before, things change according to whichever you're going southbound or northbound, because a lot of people who do northbound are doing it from the spring going up, which means, but some people actually get snow part of the way up.
Oh, yeah.
And I've never tried the tree bow version of snowshoes. So I just seen people use them before. I've never used them before. I do have a nice set.
Never have.
Brand new. I just haven't never used them before. So, and with my knee being what it is, I wasn't sure if I was going to risk it or not, but not without practice in advance anyway. But Jason, have you considered a long hike like that, or any long hikes when you're hunting? 'Cause I know you hunted before.
Yeah, I usually didn't stray too far, just a few miles.
A few miles. Well, the thing is, the whole park where I went to, the place I went to, wasn't very big. It just spread out, you know.
Yeah.
They do have a physical shooting range for firearms there for free, which is a great thing for those people who like to shoot. Now, doing it in the snow is a little bit more challenging because, for one, it's colder. And I did find out that I shoot down and to the right just a little bit because they had some targets left up, and I practiced a little bit because it was the smart thing to do to make sure I'm on point.
Oh, yeah, you should do that anyways.
Yeah. Well, I don't get a chance to do that very often up here because there's no place to shoot up here. Not without paying a ton of money to a club or something.
Yeah, I know.
And I don't really care for that.
Well, like I said, the clubs do have their advantages and disadvantages compared to the free ranges that are outdoors.
Right. Same thing for bow ranges too. Same thing. Same. But
Well, bow ranges are they're
very
not too
similar.
bad. Yeah, but they're not going to be as expensive as like going to an indoor range for a firearm.
No, but they're still they still have to follow the same rules, and it still is dangerous. If a missed shot could still kill somebody if you're not careful.
Yeah.
So I've seen a lot of rules that cross over to both.
Mm-hmm.
Some are a little bit more unique, but not often.
But like I was saying,
hunting,
it's cheaper.
Huh?
It's cheaper to go to an indoor bow range than it is an indoor firearm range.
Right. And I know at least 2 outdoor shooting ranges that are free, which is nice.
Yeah, mine's
But
my backyard.
unfortunately, none of them are really close by. And even when I went to Russell Wildlife Area, where I went for my hunt, it did take me over an hour to get there. You know?
Yeah, it costs in fuel.
The cost and fuel, because I had to actually put gas in before I even got down there because I was running low. Because being the fact that the snowstorm hit, we had to run the heater more often. But on that, I did get to do some hunting. I did see tracks of all kinds except for turkey. I didn't see any of that. But then again, there's no turkey hunting there anyway. I have seen pheasants there in the past, but I didn't see any that weekend, on Sunday. But deer tracks aplenty. I saw what appears to me to be a fox track because it was singular, not in a pack like a coyote would be. So, and something I thought might be a raccoon due to the fact that its belly was dragging. It literally had a little, like a little tunnel plowed out in the snow, went like this.
Probably a marten.
This wide?
Oh no, huh?
That's why I thought it might be a raccoon. No, martens are really cool. I've seen martens before. They're actually kind of cool looking to watch. Yeah. But I didn't see any martens. It was just after the snow stopped that morning, so things are still pretty holed up, you know? Yeah. It didn't help, like I said, these 2 guys who went in ahead of me, I didn't find their tracks until I was halfway in. And I figured, what the heck? And just, kept on going and tried to go a way they didn't go, which caused me to end up in the middle of nowhere where I got turned around. But I did, since I've been to this place multiple times, I've actually met 2 different guys on 2 separate occasions, 2 years apart, 1 year apart. They were both from New Zealand.
That's cool.
Yeah. and they were married to women from Iowa. And I had to ask, what the heck would make you want to move to Iowa? He goes, my wife.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good enough answer for me.
Yep.
Because I mean, I don't think those guys would like the snow as much. Apparently, they do because these guys were ice fishing. Apparently, they love the fact that they get ice fish.
Well, like I said, everybody thinks it's warm in New Zealand. It's on the cooler side.
But not as cold as Iowa.
Yeah, they still got lots of snow, elevation, and mountains.
Yeah, but we have it on low. There's no elevation for us to have it. We just
Yeah.
have it. But it wasn't cold enough. While it was cold enough to snow, it was not cold enough to freeze the water yet. So there's no ice fishing going on. This is actually the coldest it's been for a while. And currently, I forgot to check to see while I was looking at that. I'm not sure what the current temperature
Yeah, we were
is.
38 earlier for us.
I used to have it where it was on my computer all the time. Now it doesn't show it, unfortunately. And for some reason, this thing is taking forever. 28 degrees.
Forever.
Pretty much.
Forever.
How Valley Girl of you.
No, Sandlot.
Yeah, but it's also Valley Girl. It's both. At least you're not chunk and trying to do the truffle shuffle.
Yeah.
Honey, you see anybody?
Either way, hi, Molly.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
Okay. A reverse warming trend. What do you mean? You almost saw rain? Okay. I'm going to check, see if there's another storm coming in or not. I have to wait and see. No, I don't see any snow in the future. We do have ice coming in on Wednesday of next week, but that's about it. Then it drops back down. It gets up to 40. Then it drops down to 29. It goes back up to 42 on Sunday, the 14th. Then by Tuesday, it drops down to 26 again. So we're playing yo-yo with the temperature. But gear aside, I don't know if you hunt CR because you never mentioned it. Do you hunt? I know things are harder to do in Canada, but I do know you can hunt in Canada. It's just harder to do, depending on the reasonings. Same question for Howie if he's still available. Well, if anybody comes across any GPS systems or anything like that that are wearable, let me know. I would love to even have it a one that's like I can wear on my wrist or something like that. I mean, I generally don't like anything on my wrist except this, but I need a small GPS I can carry with me because the only ones I've had in the past was Garmin's for my vehicle. It's the wrong kind, and I haven't had one of those in ages. But I'm just trying to figure out, what best. I mean, I've got to figure out a way to take what I've got, pare it down to the bare essentials to make sure I have myself covered in the lightest possible way without going too light. Because, I mean, I understand I can probably pare down my first aid kit, but food and water is kind of hard to pare down because I don't have that much that I can actually pack with me. I don't like eating ramen because it's too salty. And I can't eat mushrooms. So this pretty much kills a lot of those meals at Walmart. But I do know that you can drink stuff like this right here hot. You don't have to drink it cold, but you can drink it hot. So give yourself some kind of warm internal thing to keep your core temperature up. And the ability to strike fire with my whisper light I can do with this. But I do have another ferro rod on my my axe, which works really well too. It also has my whistle on there as well. But I did have a decent Flissa knife with me, so I had that on my one hip, and I had my Gerber suspension on the other. Priority packing is a big thing I have to work on. I have not figured out how to pare it down properly to where I could have the gear I needed without restricting what I need. Now, while I did have spare medication for myself, but like I said before, a lot of my stuff I left in the car, so I didn't think I'd be gone that long. I was hoping to be able to go hunting further, get something, and come back to the car. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. Now, Jason says you usually go about 2 miles or so, right?
Yeah.
Now, what do you carry on you when you're out there? I mean, I know you don't have the same issues I did with the weather, but it doesn't make it any less challenging depending on your terrain, obviously.
It was basically when I was a kid, or excuse me,
It's been
a
a
young
while.
adult. Oh yeah,
But technically, you do hunt, but not the same anymore.
yeah,
That's in your name.
yeah. But no, like I said, sometimes I would track them down, up 2 miles out, and that's where I would go and get them.
You know, I did carry big lighters, not just my ferro rods.
But then where I grew up, it was pretty open.
Right. Which part, Canada or Arizona?
California.
California? California is a little bit more restrictive on hunting laws, though.
No, it's gotten really bad. I'm talking about 1980s, early 90s.
Well, that's when you could still make crossbows in school in shop class.
Yeah,
Back when it was actually still kind of cool. That's when I went to school back then.
that's when shop class was cool.
That was shop class was cool. Now, trying to remember where I put one of my items. I can't figure out what I did with it. I had my hatchet here that I carried with me, but I didn't remember where I put it. I've never thought I would put something down and it disappear on me.
Molly got it.
What did I get?
No, the other Molly. Grabbed his hatchet.
You this one?
Yeah.
This is
yeah.
the one I got from Temu. And surprisingly enough, it is fairly, with the exception of one thing, it's fairly useful. Now, would I want to do long term with this thing? Oh, heck no. But it does have a ferro rod and whistle, which is nice. And the hatchet is actually fairly sharp. And I have used it for hammering stuff before, as you can see. And this part right here, rope cutter, does make a really good striker for the ferro rod. Unfortunately, plastic hollow handle, not very sturdy. And the so-called saw that comes with it, it's a bread knife, dude.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Trust me. You know how I know?
Because you got bread knives.
No, I used it for cutting garlic bread yesterday.
Oh.
And it worked. But for what it is, this does do what it needs to do. It's just not something I would trust long term because of this handle here. Hey, CR.
I'll take that as a
Here.
yes. I'll take that as a yes.
What was the question?
I'll take that as a yes. Can I join? I
Yeah.
can't believe I wrote we. I was like, did I just wrote we instead of I?
Howie, do you hunt where you're
asking,
at? Sorry.
can I join? I would elaborate more. That way I wouldn't have to type a bunch of paragraphs.
Yeah, you can join us most of the time.
Yeah.
No, I know that. It's out of respect.
Oh, you have not shown me nothing but respect, so you're good.
Well, this is your show, right? I'm entering your house. This is your house.
I understand that, but you have never shown me anything other. You haven't disrespected me at all. So
oh, wait. Let me take off my winter boots. Okay, now I'm coming in. Okay.
Go,
sorry. I'm
take
tracking
the snow off your boots at the door and come on in. Unfortunately, Jason would have to put some snow boots on to get up here.
I
He
said
doesn't have any.
Does he even have a pair? Do you even have a pair?
Yeah, I got boots, but not snow boots.
Oh, okay.
I just got my regular hiking boots, my regular everyday wear boots.
I don't have any moon boots.
I don't have.
No,
any
I
boots
got
either.
winter boots with like insoles and stuff.
But I do have wool socks and stuff because these things are a must, as well as having a decent set of base layers.
Yeah.
As you should understand, CR.
Yeah.
Because a good base layer can set the tone for everything you do.
Oh,
also,
yeah.
You're also going to judge your activity for the amount of activity that you're doing here, because you don't want to sweat.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing people don't realize.
Yeah,
If you
I mean,
start
there's a
feeling
big
warm,
difference from hiking to ice fishing.
What you need to do basically is you have layers. Wear something that you can unzip or unbutton, not just pull over.
No, yeah. It's where you can vent some of the heat out if you really
Exactly.
Yeah.
Some of the newer hiking stuff does have the zips at the underneath the sleeves and stuff like that. I don't know anything like that. All I had was a simple hoodie, that zip up hoodie, a button up hunting shirt, which was really lightweight. This jacket here, which has got a really nice liner, my balaclava, and my simple Carhartt hat.
Yeah.
I do have an orange hat, but I didn't think I needed it since I was already wearing orange already. Because it is hunting season, you do have to wear orange, and I was hunting anyway.
Well, what percentage of orange do you have to wear?
That's a good question. Give me a second. I will answer it.
So I think here it's 40%.
%50.
50.
And for firearm deer hunting, you must wear at least one article of blaze orange clothing. A hat alone is not enough. But
like a vest or something.
This is the jacket I was wearing.
Oh, okay.
As you can see, that's a lot.
Yeah, we definitely noticed that.
Yeah.
I miss
this is really heavy too. So.
Oh, and by the way, we gotta welcome Cecilia in. Hi, Cecilia.
Hi, Cecilia.
Hey, Cecilia.
Yeah, we gotta welcome her in.
We did.
Well, I did.
Yeah.
Howie, I wasn't sure. Does Howie hunt? Is the question. I asked him earlier. I didn't know if he answered that one.
I don't know. He just wrote up here his "I'm here still."
I think my name starts with has a Q in it now.
Or it's a little bit of a line underneath O.
There's supposed to be technically there's a line above the O if you spell it correct, or the A if you want to.
Yeah.
Correctly,
yeah.
but like I said, I have more than 50% blaze orange on, and everything else. So I was plenty warm, but my balaclava I only pulled it up when the wind started blowing from behind me.
Yeah.
So I had the whole hood up. I didn't have the face covered because I had to breathe. Every time I had it up over my nose, my glasses would fog up.
Oh yeah, I get that problem too, right? I wear glasses too, so I know what you mean about that. And it's
But
very annoying in the
it
winter.
is.
It is because
But
you
I
can't
did
just simply
have my
wipe
hood
it
up
at times.
with my balaclava and my Carhartt hat, which kept my ears, which had been frostbit before, super toasty. I did not have any issues with my ears at all, which really sucks because generally when it gets a little bit cold, they hurt. Leftover feelings from when they got frostbit.
Yeah.
But this time I was toasty. The only thing I got cold actually was my hands, but I switched gloves. That changed everything. I went from a little bit cold. I mean, I had some what I considered decent hunting gloves,
Mm-hmm.
but unfortunately, I'll show you the differences here. These are the gloves that I was hunting with originally. Good, standard hunting gloves, right? You'd think they would be warm enough. No.
Gloves are still not as warm as mitts.
I understand that, but I could not find my mittens.
Mm.
I was given these by Ian. He said these were mine. I didn't know. I didn't even own any of these. But these are lined with something. I don't know what, but these allowed me to shoot my rifle, but kept my hands super toasty.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Not your standard hunting gloves, but
I mean, dexterity or warmth in your hands is more important,
and they had
right?
really
You got to be able to do whatever you're doing.
Yeah, you can see they got really good grip all through the palms too.
Yeah, because if you don't have warmth in your hands, you're not gonna be able to do stuff like if you gotta tie knots or whatever, right?
Yeah.
If you got chocolate cookies there, Howie, you got to share. Cookie. C is for cookie. It's good enough for me. Okay.
I want a cookie.
He's got cookies. He's not sharing. Now, generally, I tracked a lot of good things that morning. It's just the fact is because it was a fresh powder and everything else, and I got there a little late, considering snow didn't stop until 6 o'clock in the morning, and I got there a little bit after 8 o'clock. So it's only stopped 2 hours before I got there, and things are still kind of hunkered in to protect themselves from the snowstorm.
Mm-hmm.
It had been going for like over 24 hours.
Of course.
And kind of the video that I put out earlier, it went from where it was at there to about 9 or so inches deep by the next morning. That's after I shoveled. And yeah, it was different. And
yeah, you guys definitely got more snow than I did, actually, technically.
We get a lot of snow in Iowa, surprisingly enough.
Yeah, but it was probably colder out here.
It is. It was pretty cold. I'm not sure what the lowest temperature on Sunday was, but I can find out. Really
like
quick.
I said, I saw 0 Fahrenheit minus 17 Celsius as an actual air temperature. No wind chill factor yet included into that. I actually did see that as the temperature for a couple hours, anyways.
In the Des Moines area, it got into the low to mid 20s. That was the high temperature. The low temperatures actually, with wind chill, which I had a lot of wind where I was at, goes to as low as negative 40 to negative 60.
Well, I mean, if it's windy enough, I mean, it'll plummet that temperature or the feel like temperature quite quickly.
Yeah. So, being the base layers that I was wearing and everything else, I did plan ahead. And thankfully enough, I had a second pair of gloves, which were better than these hunting gloves. I mean, literally, my fingers were starting to get really cold. Then I decided just to put those away, grab these, and put these, I had them in my pocket.
Yeah. That was a good call. That was a good call.
These are like twice as thick I know it's kind of hard to see because of the colors and stuff,
Yeah.
but these are. I'm not even sure what brand these are or anything because I don't have a name brand on these.
There's no tag on the inside.
no. Wait. There is a tag. I
Eh,
guess it is. No, I don't know who made it though. It might say it's made in China, that's what it says. It's 100% acrylic. That's all it
I
says. It doesn't have
mean,
a name brand.
they helped, right? They helped you out. So
Oh, they did. They worked exactly what they needed to. I'm not sure you can see how fuzzy these things are. You can see how fuzzy this is right here.
that's on the inside, right?
Yep.
Yeah. See because then it's trapping that air
Plenty of
space.
loft in here to keep my
Yeah. It's trapping that air. That's probably one of the reasons why it feels warmer.
Yep. And I went from my fingers being chilled to warm, which was a big thing. And the fact is that I kept moving with another one, kept my core body warm.
Yeah, I mean, if you keep moving, your legs are moving and all that stuff. Yeah.
And with my knee, I will say this: I wish I had took I had ibuprofen with me while I was on the walk when I was out hunting because my knees were really feeling it by the time I got back to the car
Well,
because of the snow.
when you do that thing with Scott or whatever later in the year or whatever, right? Well, don't forget that.
Oh, I understand about that. I'm planning ahead for that.
Yeah.
But this time, I mean, I should never have went out by myself. That was a dumb thing. But Ian would, if I didn't go out, I wouldn't have went out. Ian would never wanted to go out, you know. But I'm glad I did. I loved being out there in the woods. I can tell you that. That really helped me up here, getting out there. Even though I didn't see much.
It's the experience of it, right? You're experiencing it and
Yep.
you're outside.
You got to be outside.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
And I was actually contemplating of sitting down on one of the picnic tables there, pulling out my stove, heating up some water, and just eating a small lunch out there.
Have a coffee.
Have a coffee, have some lasagna.
Yeah.
That would have been an interesting combo: coffee and lasagna. I
Yeah,
did have some drink misses, you know, but yeah, it's just one of those things.
Colin, I was gonna say earlier because the reason why I came on was about you said about the packing, right? About the weight or whatever, right? That's why I wanted to come on and elaborate on that.
Oh, it's cool.
More.
Feel free.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's
I
always
asked you the question,
some degree of. I was gonna say there's some degree of trade-off, right? Versus like the balance of weight and bulk versus your functionality and capability of the gear itself, right? It's a trade-off. Sometimes if you want to trade off some of that weight or bulk, you have to give some functionality off, for example, or capability. So sometimes you gotta be like, okay, and there's certain things are non-negotiable, right? Well, you gotta bring some water. You gotta bring some food, right?
Yeah.
You know, maybe it's lightweight, like dehydrated freeze dry or whatever, right? Like I don't see anyone going for a hike with like cans of food per se.
No, I mean you could probably. I mean, you know, there's options I could have chose. I mean, I could have picked up some jerky. I could have picked up some. It's going to sound weird. Tuna packets. You know, those ready-made.
Yeah.
Flat pack tuna things, which are, by the way, great backpacking options.
You're talking about the ones that are in that little baggie, hey?
So yeah, it's like Starkist and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's tuna salad in a little foil pack.
I mean, it give you some protein.
Yeah, you can they also have Spam that way too.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, not that I plan on eating Spam anytime soon because it's really salty, but there are options. But I had my spaghetti available if I needed it, but I wasn't really hungry. I did have coffee with me, but it was back at the car.
So that doesn't count.
No, but I didn't have it. I had it in a thermos, which is, you know, I had.
Oh, okay. So you did have parts of it. Okay.
Huh?
That was supposed to be for celebratory when you brought back game.
Well, because I planned ahead. I had 2 cups of coffee. I had my regular travel mug, which I normally drink, but you know, the one with all the stickers, and I had my little thermos full of coffee, the rest of the coffee. So I made enough to fill this one of these,
Mhm.
but I filled the thermos up first, and then the rest went into my travel mug, and I drank that on the way up there, or down there, I should say. And I didn't get hungry or anything like that, exception that one little bit cold when I had to swap out my gloves, and my nose getting cold because of the wind. It was surprisingly nice there, even with how cold it was.
Mhm.
I mean, below freezing, obviously. Um, it's just the fact is the snow recently stopped. Everything was still hunkered down. The ones things that did traveled way before I got there, and I don't know if they were before the two guys that came in before me or after,
Mm.
because I never saw them once. I did see their vehicle when I first pulled in, but I saw them parked up there where I was planning on parking, so I turned around and went to a different location further down,
I see.
and that's why I didn't know where they were at until over halfway through the trails, and I'm
Um,
like, go ahead.
I was not ask you. Give or take, how much weight did you think you were regaining? Give or take
That
the
I
weight.
carried with me,
Yeah, give or take. Give or take. You know, just an estimation.
not counting my 22 and the rounds, which was that's probably about 7 pounds for the 22, by the way.
Mhm.
And I had over 100 rounds with me, not including the two magazines. Um, water, water was probably the heaviest because it was in that
Well, those would be the
Pathfinder.
consumables, but yeah,
The
I always
'cause-
count the consumables anyways. I never go by.
well,
the
I'm
weight.
trying to break it down into what I know I had in with my kit.
Mhm.
I had a spare set of gloves. Like I said, that's part of it. I had the pack itself, which was negligible. A water bottle, probably 1 liter bottle from the Pathfinder water bottle, stainless steel water bottle, full of water.
So that's
Uh,
about 2.5.
about a liter, I think, give or
Yeah.
take.
So, well, it's supposed to be about 8 pounds or so per gallon. So of
Was it
water.
8.4 gallons?
Yeah, I mean, we'll round it up to. We'll just say 2.5.
And the backpacking meal dehydrated, so weighs next to nothing, probably a couple ounces there.
Yeah.
The canteen cup, the cup that came with it, with the Pathfinder one, and lid and a holder. The thing that was probably the heaviest was probably the tripod that I was
Mhm.
carrying. I showed you guys that the other day, and the one we found at the bin store, which works out amazing, by the way. Um, between that and let me say it here. I'm trying to remember where this weighs next to nothing. That was in there. A couple plastic bags.
Yeah.
It's a lot of little stuff that added up, basically.
Like 20, 25 maybe.
Not as big as 25. 20
15?
something maybe.
15,
But I didn't
20.
notice it because I'm used to carrying heavier. Because my
Yeah.
average pack is about 29 to 30
Mhm.
or so. Because that's what, when Doug asked me how much my pack weighed, I finally got a scale so I could weigh it, which really worked out really well. Which is why I picked up this thing.
Yeah.
So I could figure out how much everything weighed. I also carried my GoPro with me,
Mhm.
fully charged, but I didn't get a chance to really I was going to turn it on and everything when I spotted something so I can record it. Never got an option. So that never happened. But if it was a little over 20, I'd be surprised. But the thing is, the heaviest weight I had was my rifle.
Yeah. Then the
And-
water.
And the water. Those are the two heaviest.
Well, I mean, you said you had coffee with you, right? So.
Well, I didn't bring my coffee with me. I brought
Oh.
packs of coffee.
Oh. Okay. Okay. I thought
So
you actually had
brought
physical
my Folgers,
coffee.
instant coffee.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And I also brought some drink mixes, things I can make coffee with.
Yeah, yeah.
So I
I
have
mean,
enough water.
I guess you had like what quote unquote dehydrated, freeze dry kind of thing, right? The dry, lightweight stuff or
Yep.
ultra light stuff, right?
I
It's not like you brought a
some-
can of tuna, or a
I
can,
didn't
or
bring anything like that. No.
yeah, or
But I
something like
brought.
crazy
I
like
brought
that.
yeah, I brought
You
my
forgot
my.
the Mrs. Debbie.
What was that?
You forgot your little Debbie's.
I don't eat a lot of chocolate anymore. You know that.
No, it's little cakes,
I don't.
little zebra cakes, little Christmas
I
cakes.
can't. It's too sweet. I eat
Yeah.
more straight protein now than I do anything else. That does not mean I'm on what do they call it?
Carnivore.
Well, what's another name for it?
The lion diet.
No.
Lion. I can't believe Jason said that. Hey Jason, I'm gonna start quoting that. Are you on the lion diet? Are you talking
Yeah.
about, you know?
Like the
Start saying
African
that to
lion,
people.
like the African lion, where you're the tiger,
Yeah.
the tiger diet.
Jeez.
The carnivore diet would be part of it, but I think there's another name for it. Starts with an A, I think.
See, even Cecilia laughed.
Yeah,
No, the Atkins diet is that.
Atkins. That's the thing.
That's in between.
Oh, that's what it's called.
No, but the thing is, I just not something. I just been craving a lot of protein recently. Since I've been actually, I found out that my stomach, the skin on my stomach, it's sagging a lot because of all the extra, skin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because of all, I've been
Yeah.
eating a lot of protein. All that stuff's going away faster than my body can recover, skin wise. So I got a flabby stomach right now, which really sucks. But I am maintaining a 235 weight right now, but because I'm gaining muscle. But I'm
Mhm.
hoping to go start losing again to get the rest of the body fat down. But I don't think I'm going to get down to 200 at all because I don't think I could do it.
Hmm.
But
Well, I was gonna say,
Oh.
Colin, like, I guess you did what you could to reduce the weight.
I lost a lot of weight.
No. I meant pack weight. Sorry.
Yeah, my pack weight, I did do a lot. I mean, I've been trying to adjust what I carry. I mean,
It
I
depends
do
what you're
have
doing,
other
right? I mean,
axes I could have carried besides this one, but this one gives me the most options.
Yeah.
Because it does have the whistle and the ferro rod, and like I said, I don't trust the so-called saw any way, shape, or form because it's a freaking bread knife.
oh.
No.
Well, do you think it's better than wire saw?
Oh yeah, it's
Okay.
well, I don't know, depending. I did see a really cool.
I've
hand
tried wire
saw.
saws. I don't like them. I've
You
tried.
know those ones that look like chainsaws, but you can use with your hands.
Yeah. Those are different.
I was actually somehow, some way, I ended up on AliExpress and found someone who made one of those, but with paracord wrap handles like this for handles.
Yep.
And it actually had a chainsaw blade.
Yeah, those
That
are
was
super
actually the
work a lot.
coolest one I've ever seen because I've never heard of anybody actually doing that before.
Mm.
But I do have a regular pack saws that I usually carry with me. Actually,
I'm surprised you didn't bring that. What's it called? That Black and Decker saw or something.
Well, this is the saw I usually carry with me. As you can see, it's a nice little saw.
Okay.
Axe. I mean, I keep it razor sharp.
Hey,
Every
hey,
half of
Colin,
it. Huh?
can you just do one favor because the live, like the thing that says live is over you. Can you put yourself on the bottom so I can see that corner better of the screen on yours? Because the live that's like
There you go.
put yourself at the bottom so I can see it.
There you go.
Yeah, that's fair. You don't need to see us at the top. Yeah, there we go. Thanks.
This is the axe that I normally carry.
Okay.
Now, like I said, this one here is sharp.
Mhm.
This one here is, but the only thing I don't like about it is the actual plastic handle. If I could figure out a way to rehaft this puppy, I would do that. Because this one here is a nice. You see,
Oh yeah.
but this got a really good edge.
Mm-hmm.
This has got a really freaking good edge right here. But this is actually the only thing is with the force of this just hammering or cutting with this thing, it's going to crack this handle, sure as anything, because it's not solid. Unless you can find a way to probably put resin or something in here to solidify the entire handle to make it stiffer, for it can handle the shock. But as it stands, I don't think it will. Now, I'd like to see if actually, since I got this, I might want to try it. I want to see if this will fit in here. I don't think it will because nope. Head's too long right here. So that would be cool if it did fit in there.
Yeah, that'd be like, wow.
But the thing is, this thing's cool on itself because you can wear it on your belt, as you can see, and it's got a little clip right there.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the only issue I have with this is this just unscrews. It's not glued in. Now, and it's because it's threaded actually. So if you break it, you can't really fix it.
Mm.
And it's got a decent whistle, but I whistle louder with my fingers.
Yeah.
Everybody says, "Oh, you can, bring a whistle, bring a whistle." I can whistle with my fingers louder.
No, when they're broken.
Oh, I can whistle with my thumbs. I actually used a friend of mine. She said, "Oh, you can't whistle with anybody." I said, "Give me your fingers." I used her fingers and I whistled.
Oh.
So it doesn't. It's a matter of practice, but it can be done with practice. But
I don't know. I can't do that. I can't quite do that. So
like that.
Hey.
Colan. We don't need the dogs barking
basketball game that way. But the thing is, I cannot rely on the map feature on my phone for directions when you lose signal. Because where I was at, it was a nice place and everything. That's where I was at. I know it's hard to see. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I can notice it.
But that's really big area, and I got lost. And I ended up south and east of the little suspension bridge right there. I was down in this section over here. And my car was way over here in this corner right there. So I was way away from my car. So I made sure when I go up and down hills, I'd go slower and everything else. I did sling my rifle over my shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
So I had it going across my body so I could have my hands free.
Yeah, that's
the
good.
thing I had out was my phone, where I could try to figure out where the heck I am. But my phone did not update because it had no signal.
Were you using trekking poles? Were you using trekking poles?
I did not have trekking poles because you need two hands for trekking poles. And if you're hunting, I'm not doing the biathlon, so I don't necessarily need to have my trekking poles out with me. I brought them, but again, they were in my car.
Oh, okay.
A lot of things I keep in my car. Well, I actually had things in the car that I could, if worst came to worst, I could survive in the car, guaranteed. I had my -30 sleeping bag. I had a tent in there. I had
coffee,
food, water, everything in my car. But I was not in my car. I was over 2 miles from my car. And
yeah,
I was by myself.
Yeah. Well, no, I've done adventures, where I on my own, right? So I always got to remember there's no worksite compensation on this. I got to be careful here. You're taking steps very carefully. you plan it ahead, right? The risk versus reward and stuff like that, right?
Oh yeah,
Don't
like I said,
overextend yourself.
I was scouting. I was watching the trees. I was watching the ground. But like I said, either the animals were other than the deer were scared out of the area by the previous hunters, or they were hunkered down deep due to the fact that the snow just finished and they had not started to move yet. Um, like I said, I seen a few tracks, but they were like snowed over and they were barely visible.
Yeah, so probably days before.
No. Snow just started the day before. We didn't have snow then.
Okay, the day before then.
Probably the same morning or late last night. And
Okay.
I think there might have been a young deer because it looked like they were playing the way the footsteps were and everything else.
Oh,
I'm fairly decent at tracking. It's just the fact is I could not get to where they were probably down deep. Deer, I wasn't after deer anyway, so those were out. But the rabbits, and I think I did see the fox going after some rodents of some kind. Whether they were mice, I don't know. But I did see some tunnels where some mice have gone under the snow. I'm not sure if you've ever seen that, Jason.
Oh yeah.
You could tell when mice have been tunneling under the snow.
Oh yeah. I've seen Wild America.
Yeah.
yeah,
But the
yeah.
thing
I know.
is,
Even I know about that. They won't stay on the surface.
I did see a lot of blue jays, surprisingly enough, which is like, okay. I would thought they would have went south or something, but
Well, not all birds travel south.
no, but usually don't see blue jays in the fall. But we are having a more than unusual warm winter for us.
Mm.
Yes, I know it was below 20 degrees, but it was still considered warm for what we're used to.
Yeah.
Usually we have like 3 or 4 snows before now, but this was our first one,
Mhm.
and that stuck. I wanted to go out the day before, but Ian didn't want to go, and the snow hadn't stopped snowing yet. So because the places that the roads got closed,
I
tow
see.
bans were in place. I couldn't go anywhere if I wanted to. But that morning they cleared up, and I was able to get through. And when I got down there, I just wasn't able to find anything like I had in the past. I mean, first time I really gotten skunked there, which really sucked.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's another example of like hunting and fishing is not a guaranteed thing. Any of that is not a guarantee, right?
Yeah, it's hunting, not catching.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
that's true.
You if you're lucky, you get lucky, but sometimes you get skunked or whatever, and it's just like nothing.
I mean,
gets done.
tracking only gets you so far, but
Yeah.
but when you don't, I mean, if they're hunkered down or out of the area by the time you get there, or someone else has already been through there to scare them off, makes it a lot tougher.
Yeah.
But I tried covering as much ground as I could because I know I was trying to get to an area where I could go where they would not have been yet. That's when I lost signal and lost where I was going because literally my GPS I was walking one direction. My GPS was showing me that I was walking in a different direction, which was really weird and facing the wrong way.
Yeah, and it was cloudy, right? So you couldn't see the
I couldn't see
sun.
the sun or anything.
That's tough.
It
That's
is.
tough. It's tough
But
without the
I mean,
compass too.
I had a general idea where I was at. I had not gone this deep, usually in the snow, especially in the snow, in this location. Now, have I hunted in the snow there before? Yes, but not where I was at the time. So I plan on getting a Garmin or something like that I could wear on my wrist or something like that, or have it on my, lapel or on my pack strap. But that's tough. I mean, I wish I would have been able to bring home some meat. I was prepared for it, but
Yeah.
life has other plans apparently.
Yeah, work for it.
Well, Colin, the next time you catch something, you'll remember, be like, well, I guess that makes up for the last time.
I hope so, but
Yeah.
I'm not able to go hunting next weekend though. I am getting my truck repaired. So
Yeah.
I'm getting the brakes fixed. I got the parts, so I just got to
Nice.
get them put on. And my neighbor said he'd help me next weekend.
So you're taking a break from hunting.
I have to. If I'm hunting to get brakes right now. That way I can take my truck out because it is 2-wheel, 4-wheel drive. It is actually made to do what I want to do. So
Mhm.
I just have to. I took the battery out because it was a little low, so it's charging down in the basement right now on a trickle charger. So it'll be fully charged, and I have got the brake fluid. I got the extra brake pad. I got my brake pads. Got the.
How's the tires?
One tire needs replaced.
As one of my
I have to wait
subscribers
till I
say,
get my truck running before I can go do that.
yeah, tires are important because they're making contact in the ground.
One of the tires that Ian actually helped me change was one of the front tires. It turned out it got bald.
Ooh.
It wasn't going flat. It was just bald.
Yeah, but
and
still,
I had a good spare, so we swapped it out.
Yeah.
We're going to swap out the one that had as a slow leak with the spare that was mostly bald because it wasn't leaking. But I couldn't get the lugs off, so I'm going to try to figure out where to get a new. I have to get a new tire for it over at Car Country.
Yeah,
which is not a hard thing to do. Just got to have the money to do it.
Well, I was gonna say real quick. I know Ian doesn't drive, but at least he knows how to change a tire. That's good.
I taught him how to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
he
that's
did
an
do
important
something
thing.
really
I mean,
cool
if you're
last night,
driving or whatever, that's an important thing.
Oh, he
It's a very
wants to
common
drive.
thing. Yeah.
But I'm trying to convince him to get rid of the F-250 that he has
No.
to get a small Ford Ranger 4x4 because that'll allow me a little bit more freedom than an F-250 will do.
Feeding it wise, yes.
Got a lot of better gas mileage.
That's what I'm saying.
The thing is, you can still get an extended cab Ford Ranger. With a long enough bed, with a topper, you can do car camping. You can do a ton of things with it. And with a 4x4, you can actually go hunting. You can do whatever you want without having to worry about getting stuck as much. Now, as I said, stuck as much. Can you still get stuck? Oh, definitely. I've seen it done by people being too overconfident and realizing.
Well, any vehicle can get stuck. I mean,
people in Iowa assume just because I have a 4x4, I can drive as fast as I want. Not true.
No.
Nope.
Any vehicle can get stuck in the snow in time.
And black ice happens. Trust me.
Yeah. I mean, and all that stuff happens too. So you shouldn't be assuming just because you got a 4x4, you got chains or anything like that. You're just a little bit better, but it doesn't make you like
immune,
unstoppable, or anything.
But the thing is, Ian did something amazing last night that I wasn't expecting him to do. He told us he was making supper.
What?
He made spaghetti. He cooked up 2 pounds of hamburger, combined angel hair and spaghetti pasta.
Yeah.
And got the sauce out, cooked it all up.
That's good. That's good for him, man.
For a bachelor, it's a good meal to learn how to do.
Yeah.
He's still learning how to do the grilled cheese. He has not done that yet, but he tries.
Well, it's good that he's learning about that too. I mean, in terms of survival, food is important too, right? Being able to cook
for himself.
If he catches anything or whatever, being able to cook it.
He's been able to reheat stuff forever, but not actual make from scratch stuff. I had to teach him that there is no such thing as too much Italian seasoning. Spaghetti.
Like I said, he needs to learn the art of primitive cooking.
Of what?
Primitive cooking.
Oh, he cooks over a campfire, no issues. It's just that we have an electric stove. And we even have trouble using it because
those things are evil.
we end up having to use our propane one single burner butane stoves. You know, the little Colan that I got to
Yeah.
heat up water and stuff because the stove will not heat up water very fast.
Mm.
And even though it gets hot and everything, it's great for baking. But when you try to cook something on the stove, we just no. I will be elated when we finally get a place with a real gas stove again, or even a wood stove. I'd be even happier because I can cook on those. You can't control the heat on an electric stove, no matter what people say. If you can, more power to you.
I mean, I've used all of it before, so
Yeah. So, Jason, what would you take on a hunt like I did if you had to go out in the snow, about 10 to 16, about 10 inches or so of snow, out on a hunt by yourself?
By myself,
What
That
would
would
you
be
take?
a
I know
good
you would
idea.
probably have your air rifle or something like that, but
actually, I wouldn't go.
yeah.
you would not go by yourself?
No,
Why not?
because you should always be in pairs.
Well, what if that's not an option?
Then you don't go far.
But you still have to prepare yourself when you go.
Oh yeah,
He would tell Molly where he's going first.
Oh yeah, definitely know. That's the first rule of anything. You got to let people know where you're going.
Yeah,
But
too many people just
Eddie
for
knew
a
where I
moment.
was going. Ian knew the area where I was going because we've hunted that one multiple times.
Yeah.
It's just the fact is, I decided to carry more gear with me than I normally would because I was by myself. Now, some of the items I needed to bring with me, I left in the car because I wasn't expecting to be lost. I'm
Well,
glad
that's how it goes, right? Sometimes, I mean,
Yeah.
you're not expecting to be getting lost, right? But
I had
anyone could get turned around.
I had a stove on me with fuel, but it is a liquid fuel stove, not enough for last me days, but
At least night.
well, it's 20 ounces of white gas.
Oh, okay.
Because it was a Whisper Light, liquid stove.
Mhm.
And I had 20 ounces of fuel, and
Yeah.
that would have lasted me a while. It would have kept me warm, but it would not have kept me dry. It would not have kept me fed. I would have enough to. I would have the ability to melt snow and stuff like that if I needed to.
Mhm.
And I had limited food. I only had a spare set of these, but if my boots would have been wet, that would have been, not much I could have done.
Yeah,
But,
that would have turned bad fast.
hey, Big Mike, how you doing?
Big Mike. Yeah.
Big Mike just
Wet
came
feet. Wet feet in the winter, man. That's like, yeah, it sucks.
But that's why I wore wool socks.
Of course. Well, you said you brought an extra pair
The
too, right?
merino wool, huh?
Yeah, you had an extra pair too.
Yeah, I mean, literally. See,
Yeah. Don't hurt your knee, Colin. I don't want you.
that was
I
my
don't want to
good
be
foot.
like.
That was my good foot.
Oh, okay. I don't want to be like. Colin injured himself for us, guys. It's all my fault. I'm sorry.
By the way, for those people who are wondering what brands, okay, the ones I have on my feet are actually simple ones that I got from Goodwill, and these other ones are Columbia's.
I see.
These are my Columbia ones here, as you can see. So I carry spares because I believe in that. But
that reminds me. Do you wear gaiters during this
I
time?
do not have any gaiters. No.
Yeah, because I've heard that people sometimes will wear them just so you don't get snow into your boot or shoe or whatever, right? Just so it covers.
I actually planned ahead for that because I take my socks and I put I wear my put my thermals on first.
Yeah.
I have my underwear, then I put my thermals under that. Then I put my socks over my thermals, so they won't get down into my boots, my inside my feet, to my feet. Now my boots, I double knotted, so they wouldn't, come untied or anything like that. And my pants are they're blouse at the end, at the bottom.
Yeah. CR. Can you believe
Yes.
that we have gators here too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got gators in his backyard, is what he's saying.
Oh.
I understood what he was talking about.
I swear I'm such
You
a
see
bad
what he
influence
did
on
there.
Jason. I'm such a bad influence on Jason. I realize now it's like more and more Jason's like doing these things that I would do.
No,
can
but
tell.
I get what you're
But
talking
yeah.
about, having gators and stuff. Sort of like Cody Lundin made his own gators out of that hide that he had to protect his.
Oh, I'm trying to remember. Oh, I'm trying to remember. That was on Dual Survival, right?
That's
Best
correct.
gators I've made out of gators.
Oh, see now I'm
If
trying
you
to remember
have
that
gators to
episode.
deal with that, that's great. But his gators were warm too, because he had fur on one side, which kept him a little bit warmer.
Yeah, but the ones here are waterproof.
Huh?
The ones here are waterproof.
They were. It was a tan hide, so they were waterproof as you can get it. And he went on full on barbarian mode. Because
I mean, I remember when Cody Landine wore the wool socks in the snow. So I remember those episodes.
actually wool socks do work in the snow. They grip better, surprisingly enough.
Yeah.
And there are a pair of wool socks are actually moisture wicking, surprisingly enough. And definitely they don't keep the scent of your feet and stuff like that. But a good pair of Columbia socks is always a good thing to have.
Yeah.
But like I said, I planned ahead. I mean, I got lucky with the gloves. I forgot I had them in my pocket, so I was lucky.
Well, I guess you must have planted ahead and forgot them in there, just for that reason.
Well, they weren't in my hunting coat. They were in my hoodie pockets.
Well, you must have just be like, I'm just gonna forget these in here for next time.
That's where I took them off and I put them in my pockets so I wouldn't lose them.
Mm-hmm.
Then I start patting them. Oh, I do have better gloves, and I just swapped them out.
Well, like I said, if you don't have the dexterity, if your hands are cold, man, it's not
One
great.
thing I was a little worried about is that these my hearing aids.
Oh yeah.
I didn't have the case with me,
Ooh.
and these things only last 8 hours. I don't have them in at the moment.
Well, keep that in mind when you go with Scott.
I'll have them with me.
No. Of course, I'm just saying.
But I did carry, besides my phone, I did carry a battery pack with a built-in cord, as you can see.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm just saying because
I made sure it was 100%.
Because when you're going with Scott, this is kind of what you'd be doing, right? So the lessons you learn from this adventure. It's like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't.
Okay, remember, this is not going to be a survival anything.
No, of course. But
this is a camping hunting event mainly.
Yeah.
Now, will we have some cool things going on? Probably.
Yeah.
But we're going to try our best to be as comfortable as possible without being idiots about it. Because I mean, I do know that with my sleep system that I have, which I have the military sleep system, modular sleep system, that thing goes to -30. I plan on getting a proper liner for it, so that'll add an extra 12 degrees to my sleep system, so I can go probably to below -30 and still be warm with the proper base layers.
Yeah,
this is what they suggest.
And that's a comfort level, not a survival level.
Exactly.
Survival, yeah. Comfort level. Right.
Survival level is
not the,
-30. Comfort level is probably about -15 or so.
Yeah.
But with the two hot tents back to back with 2 wood stoves, or if we could figure it out a way to do a Vivor diesel heater stove thing.
Mm-hmm.
We can figure out how to work one of those things. That would heat up the entire 2 tents without even any issues. But that's another thing to figure out, because Scott was thought of that too, because I thought that would be interesting take on hunting trip because most people don't take V4 heaters with them. They just got to be able to power it initially, as I believe Cliff said that
Yeah.
in his live the other day. It's not the running of it that's hard. It's the initial startup. And if you keep it running, a lot of and you get yourself a decent supply of diesel, that thing will keep you warm for hours without issue.
Well, isn't that like with any fire? It's like the initial start of it can be the more difficult part. It's
Well,
easy to keep it going once it goes.
It's easier just to add more fuel to the tank than try to cut up logs and make sure they fit into your thing and worry about ash and all this other stuff. The only thing I would worry about is make sure that there's plenty of enough ventilation in case of carbon monoxide and stuff like that. But it does have a vent hose, which would be put out the outside anyway through the normal hot tent stove vents. Anyway, the ports where the things can go out. I don't know if it's possible or even probable, but it's like I'd like to think it's an idea that might work.
Mm-hmm.
But until somebody actually does it, I don't know. Just try to figure out a way to power it initially to get it going. Then it'll be.
Yeah, use a jackery. You can keep power it that way.
Yeah, I was thinking of that, but I don't have a jackery or anything like that. Now, if Scott's got one, that's different. And the V4 ones are not that expensive on the diesel heaters I've seen. They seem to put out a lot of heat, from what I gather. But you talked about it more than I did.
Yeah.
So I don't know. You probably know more than I do. But it's just an idea that hit me that if it's possible with enough fuel, because we're not surviving. We're just camping in the winter.
Yeah, you're glamping it a little.
Right. That's definitely glamping.
Yeah.
Because we actually have something planned that would make things a little bit more interesting than most.
Yeah.
Because we were thinking about getting one of those little projectors for the phones and watching a survival movie.
Yeah, that's what would be called glamping.
Yes, but
that's definitely glamping.
It is John Wayne in a winter survival movie.
Yeah.
But
for educational purposes, right?
Well, I mean, if
well, maybe entertainment too, but
if you want to go that, we could have gone with Jeremiah Johnson or something like that. But he went with John Wayne.
Yeah.
But it's kind of hard to beat John Wayne, to be honest. And this is not a Western, by the way. I'm a big fan of his non-Western movies. And it's about winter survival, as you can see. About this plane lands in the middle of a lake somewhere in Canada before Canada was really mapped out. They ran out of fuel, and they had to survive until somebody came and found them because they didn't have a name for where they were at. So, if you ever get a chance to watch Island in the Sky with John Wayne, check it out. That is my movie recommendation of the day.
Yeah, you can see it on Pluto TV.
Huh?
It's on Pluto TV.
I tried watching on Pluto. I couldn't get it.
Yeah. Because I saw it on Pluto TV like, a week ago?
I actually have... I have Pluto TV, which is really weird.
Well, yeah, most people can.
No, I have it on my computer downloaded, and I did not even see that one. Because I've been trying to find it, but not that one. Nope, I don't see it. Nope. Nope.
Nope.
They do have Donovan's Reef, not the same kind of movie. Good movie, not the same movie. That's about early Hawaii. But if you want to know about early Hawaii, by the way. Oh, by the way, for those people who did not know, please wish our favorite Johnny a happy birthday.
Okay, happy birthday, Johnny.
Johnny Harper.
Harper?
It's
Oh,
his
really?
birthday.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
HPD! Johnny!
Hey, Woodsman, how you doing, brother?
Johnny!
Yeah, buddy heaters. If I had one, I would have used it, but mine was stolen in my trailer. Well, my trailer was stolen back in July. I had a 5-gallon bottle, and I have the hose. I got the hose still, but no buddy heater, no 5-gallon of propane. And that would have been perfect, but I don't have one.
Yeah, I think you need a little bit more than just a hose, right?
Yeah, and it's going to cost me about $90 to $100 for a new one, and not including getting a whole new propane bottle.
Yeah, that's gonna be like $70.
Because I don't like using the 1 pound canisters for that, especially when you're trying to keep warm.
Yeah,
Last
I mean,
thing
it's
you
one thing
want
you're
to
just
in the middle
looking.
of the night is that your buddy heater stops working because your little 1 pound canisters ran out.
Yeah, that's for like cooking, right? Really?
Yeah, those are
So,
just
like-
mainly for cooking, and I've got better things for that. And I've got stoves that I can run off unleaded gasoline and things like that, so I don't really need to worry about that. And you generally don't want to run open flame inside those places anyway,
Hello, Magnus.
unless it's in a wood stove and stuff. Now, I do have. Hey, Magnus, long time no see. I do have a negative 30 sleep system. I have a military sleep system. I have the intermediate cold weather bag. I have the patrol bag. I have the Gore-Tex bivy sack, the whole 9 yards.
That's mummy style, right?
Yep. I even have a Big Agnes copper Q-Core SL insulated sleeping pad. That's a rated 4.5 insulated sleeping pad, which is made for winter. So, and also if you get yourself a regular foam pad to put underneath that, the R values add on. They don't cancel each other out. They add to each other. So,
yeah, that's something I need. Not the sleeping pad, but something rated for the extreme cold that I receive here.
exactly.
Well, even colder than what you just said, even because it gets colder here than what you even said. I know it does.
Say that again.
Something that's rated for that temperature, for the temperature that I have here in Canada. In terms of like, I'm talking about like that minus 30 Celsius range or lower.
Well, one thing I do plan on doing is that I do not plan on sleeping on the ground. First and foremost, I'm going to have a cot, and yeah, if I have a hot tent already, the ground's going to be warm in there anyway. And with my mummy bags style sleep pad, with my sleeping pad, my everything else all mixed together, I am not going to be cold. And even if it is just a little bit cooler, I sleep better in the cold anyway. Just
Even if it is a little bit colder, right? Well, you got an active heat source, right? So you can always improvise something like a water heater if you really needed to, right?
If I wanted to heat up some water, put it in one of my now.
Yeah, just like Rolling Homestead and Mark and Tyler, right? Hey, that stuff.
Tyler, I don't know if Tyler did that or not. I don't know.
I thought he did. I thought he did because I thought Mark mentioned it.
No. Tyler used Walmart gear because he was trying to prove a point or something. Which I would.
Well, you can get a water bottle from Walmart.
No, I don't know if he did the water bottle thing.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to remember in the video. I'm like, I know Mark mentioned it, something like that, but I don't know if he actually did it though.
I would have done it. I would because
I mean, if your feet are getting cold, your hands are getting colder. Whenever you're gonna do something.
The bag I just showed you, which is an old Alice pack, medium Alice pack.
Yeah.
I carry 2 water bottles in that one. I generally carry my Pathfinder metal water bottle as well as another Nalgene bottle with me, because one, if I need to use the Nalgene bottle for a water bottle heater, I can throw hot water in it, throw it at the base where my feet are going to be, and stuff like that. I do have a wool blanket. I did have 2 wool blankets in the car, and I wear my thermals, and I have really nice, merino wool socks. And I plan on being especially warm. As long as I have my ears covered up, I'm happy. Because I have my balaclava covering my ears, my hat, my Carhartt hat covering my ears, as well as my hoodie up. Between all those things, my ears don't get cold. But I even sleep in my hat sometimes when I'm out doing stuff in the wintertime like that. Because in the past, before I met Jenny, I have slept in a vehicle that I could only heat when I turning on the car for a little while till I couldn't handle it anymore, and I had to shut it off until the heat get cooled off. Then I had to start it up the car again. When you're homeless, you got to do what you got to do to survive. And now I want to do it for fun, which is really crazy. But I have really good wool blankets, Woodsman. I've got several right there. But with a proper, an average, say, home sleeping pad that you get from Walmart I got a R value of maybe 1.5 to 2. But when you add it to a regulation pump up sleeping bag, like sleeping pad, like the Big Agnes Q Core SL, which has got an R value of 4.5, which is rated for winter, now becomes a 6.5 because they add together, not cancel each other out, which is kind of cool. Warm, actually, but cool. I've been doing my research. Gentlemen, I will be right back. I have to go use the restroom. The coffee's starting to go through me. You guys have the con. I'll be right back.
All righty. Yep, I am winding down. I only got like 3 hours of sleep last night. Oh, CR will be back momentarily. He lost his microphone. That was actually just happened. So, alrighty, CR. We got you covered, and we just lost Colan. Just like that. Oh nope, we lost CR. Wasn't wearing my glasses. All right, Cecilia. I know I'm about ready to clock out for the night. Or clock out for the day and go to bed. Excuse me. Yeah, I did not sleep well last night. Who's all in here? Sound off. I have no idea how many people are in here. Let's see. Where did everybody go? Now, the coldest I've ever been in is when we went back to get seconds with our food. It was frozen solid. He has to wait. Okay. He must be restarting or something or rebooting. Yeah, it's pretty bad when you got a piping hot bowl of stew. And you go back and the whole pot's frozen solid. I think we're feeding like 9 or 10 of us. And that whole thing froze solid. I know Colin has to add you in. He's on a different stream. Has anybody been in those kind of cold conditions? Where your dinner freezes on you? Let me tell you, it's not fun. We actually had to dig a trench and take the rocks from the fire, put them in the ground, put the sand over the top of it, put our tent over it. We were warm all night. We didn't dare touch the tent. There's so much condensation on the inside of the tent. Yeah, I don't think he has to worry about that problem. If he's got more than one stream, he needs to go see a doctor. Just waiting for him to get back so I can add in CR, and then I'll be hopping off.
I wish I could talk to
There he is.
Jason.
You're back in, CR.
Oh, I'm glad I wasn't like randomly
there's
talking
Colan.
there. I was like starting to randomly talk. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, he's gonna add me anytime.
Yep, you're back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't know how that happened, but so I had to come back in, right? Because I couldn't fix it without going out.
No, we lost Cecilia. Bye, Cecilia. Sorry, I had to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Kind of
Welcome back.
required.
Oh, Jason, I was gonna say, Jason. I mean, I've been in temperatures that probably food would get cold and freeze.
Yeah, I know you have.
Oh, I know I have. I remember one time I went to go visit someone on Super Bowl weekend in -40.
Yeah,
And
see,
I
that's-
walked over there. And I walked over to their place instead.
Mhm.
That was fun. And I wasn't even the only one walking. That was the funny thing.
Thing is, I would never go.
Well, yeah, I know that. I know that. I know that. I mean,
don't
I was
have
wearing
an
like
interest in
5,
it.
6
Yeah.
layers, and I I find it like a trip. It's like I had to take my.
It gets cold enough here. Sometimes you could probably walk not even a quarter mile, and you could freeze to death.
You know what? It's totally possible. It is totally possible, especially if you're more really ready for it.
Most people think it's only a little bit. It's like or they're trying to go next door, and it's like a blizzard-like conditions, but they miss their destination
And get lost.
by that much. And one of the things that I was going to mention in this movie here, the gentleman here who leaves the plane in their encampment to go hunt, but he gets too cold, he loses track of where he's at, and he literally lies down and dies 5 feet from the plane
Because he can see it.
He did, because he was so wrapped. He was so freaking cold. He did not. He kept on following his tracks in a circle
Oh, yeah.
because he went out without somebody. Hey, Wolfie.
What's up, man?
Hey, what play did you go see? When Harry met Sally? Something? Well, I'm picking up. Think of a play.
Well, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and sign off for the night. I am getting really, really tired because I only got like 3 hours of sleep last night.
Oh,
Are you gonna be
cool.
on live tomorrow,
And-
Jason?
Yeah, I should be live tomorrow, but like I said, I've been fighting sleep all day. So,
Go get some
Yeah,
rest, man.
yeah,
Go get some rest, man, so you're ready for tomorrow.
oh yeah, I got stuff to do tomorrow. So,
Yeah, do what you gotta do, man. It's all cool.
Yeah.
It's all
All
cool.
right.
I'll take over.
Jason,
Take care. Night.
you have a good evening, brother.
yeah.
Catch you tomorrow. By the way, folks, don't forget to check out Pheasant Outdoors around 7, 8 o'clock tomorrow.
8 p.m. Central.
8 p.m. Central. Probably some kind of gardening topic, I guess.
I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
We'll see.
Anything's fine. Or cooking. You still haven't done a new grilled cheese video yet.
Not right now. All right, guys. Have a good night.
Night.
Take care,
Night,
Jason.
Molly.
Hey, Molly.
Catch you later. Okay, I'm gonna only go till 9:30, folks.
All right.
Heaven's Gates, and I've never heard of Hell's Flames. It's a name. I've never heard of that one. I'm still here, Wolfie. I'm not going anywhere yet. That was just Jason.
Yeah, he had to go. We're still here. We're still here for a little bit.
No, now I planned ahead to be cold, which I was smart about that. GPS is the only thing that really threw me off. So I never thought I would get lost in the place I knew.
Well, you know what? You'd be surprised sometimes, right? All it takes is not being able to get your bearings, no sun, no stars, no nothing,
I
no
couldn't tell which
reference
way was
points.
north. That was the hardest part. With the cloud
Yeah.
cover and everything else and losing signal.
That's how it happens, though, right? That's how it happens, though.
The thing is,
If you
I
think
could pull the map of the location where I wanted to go, but it could not locate me.
Yeah.
And
Basically, you're in this big grid, but you don't know exactly where.
And the thing is, I even had it set up to map me to where I'm at from by walking from where I am want to be, where I'm at to where I want to be, but it would not. I could not point myself in the direction to head that direction because I couldn't find north. Now, one thing I do have on my regular backpack, which I don't have here, I do carry a compass with me on my everyday carry pack. I have a compass hanging right here. All I have to do is lift it up, look at it. I can tell which way north is. Now, if I would have had that on that other pack, that might have changed things a little bit because I would have known which way I was going. But
well, on this trip with Scott and Ian, maybe as part of because your title says EDC, right? So like, to me, that would be like an everyday carry item for that trip, right? That's on you all the time.
I mean, when I'm out, I'm carrying more than just my rifle with me because,
of course.
I mean, if you decide to wear like a fanny pack full of items, that's great if that works for you. If you want to wear a light pack like I was wearing, I need a better one than that one, obviously, but that would be more of I'd rather have it than not need it than need it and not have it.
Yeah.
Situation.
Yeah, I think that would be an important thing, especially if you guys go and it's cloudy and more and.
Well, I know the trails where I'm at, which is really nice.
Yeah, but does Scott and Ian know them?
No, Ian does because Ian's hiked there too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we've hiked that one in the summertime though.
See, that's the difference. That's like knowing a place during the day, but never seeing it at night.
Or vice
or knowing
versa.
a place. Yeah, right. Because it's different. It really is different. You could be in a place that
it's like the saying goes, it's different than night and day.
Yeah, like.
But the thing is, with snow, at least you would be able to track a little better.
To a certain degree, unless it's actually actively snowing and covering it all the time.
Well, that's the only thing we don't know. But we're going to be in a base camp. That's where we're setting up in a base camp with an active. We can put a fire pit outside if we want to. We can have the heat going.
Some sort of or marker up in the tree or something like that. I don't know.
What do you mean a marker?
Like not like a flag, but like a indicator that you, aside from the smoke that's released, or something that you can see in the distance, maybe.
Oh, the one thing because I have physical maps of that location.
Oh, okay.
Because I backpacked that one in the summertime.
Oh, okay. And you're talking about the one. This is
Yellow River.
Yeah. This is on the trip that you guys are planning, right?
Right.
That's what you're talking. Yeah.
Well, I think it's got. But unfortunately, it's got like 1,500 square acres.
Because you said you had maps of the area, right?
Yep.
As in more than one, so you should be able to give one to Ian and to Scott too.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I'm not sure. I got to see if I can find them because.
Oh well, I guess that would help.
No. Well, the thing is, I had stuff I put in my trailer.
Oh yeah, okay, I get it. And what I'm saying is so that way they have a copy of it. So
I can get more copies. I can go to the library.
Yeah. Okay.
Put it out.
Because I think that would be a quite an useful item that doesn't weigh too much. But if you got lost, at least you can maybe come back to somewhere more familiar.
The metallic noise is my chair there, Mike. That's my chair.
Yeah.
It's squeaking. I've got some, I don't have any WD-40, but I got some 3-in-1 oil I'll throw on there. But we're going to try to stick to the trails as much as we can. But where we can't, I know where they intersect.
Yeah.
And there's certain places we can't hunt, like the fire tower or down in the main campgrounds. But everywhere else is open. And we're not hunting deer, but we are hunting everything we can below that.
Well, this tower, right? I guess that would be a landmark, right?
It is a big landmark, yes.
Yeah. So like, if
You can see
you're
that from miles away.
so like, if you would be, well, if Scott hasn't been there before, be like, this is the tower. It faces this direction, or whatever. So
The location where we're going to be setting up camp is literally the same campsite where Tyler and Dan and I set up camp before.
oh yeah, but Scott's never been there.
Nope. No. He's been to the area, but
Okay.
He's hunted locations near, but not there.
Yeah. So it's
he
still
knows
new to
some of the
it's
area,
still
but not all the area.
yeah, it's still kind of new. It's like he
And
could
in
still
the wintertime, that changes everything.
yeah. I mean, because if it's like blanket with snow, then it's
Yep.
harder to navigate because
What
everything
we're gonna
kind of
do
looks
is
the same.
We're going to set up the tents, clear out the snow where we're going to be standing. And one of the things I planned on, which most people don't think about, is getting a reflective tarp to put on the ground. So when we have stoves, doesn't matter what it is, whether it's gas or wood or whatever, it would reflect the heat from the ground up.
Yeah.
Not just get absorbed into the ground.
Yeah. I get it.
And that would keep us warmer in the long run. And whether it be we get another heat buddy and do what Woodsman said and use that with a 20-pound fuel tank, that would work great. But propane isn't the best in the winter, unfortunately, which is why I like my Whisper Light backpack.
Yeah.
It's good for cold.
Yeah, I mean, I've put tarps on the bottom of tents and stuff like that. I mean, I've even put layers of grasses underneath my tents before.
Right. I mean,
It does help. It does help. I mean, like
some kind of insulation on the ground. If it doesn't have, because most hot tents don't have floors.
Yeah.
And we're planning on, with the two tents back to back, butted up against each other, we're going to plan on using cots to sleep on because it seems more practical that way.
Yeah, because I've been in like these like 6-man, 8-man tents with like or ice type tents that you would use, right? Because they don't have bottom, right? So
hold on, I didn't hear him come in.
Oh,
sorry,
and
Wilson,
welcome.
I did not see you. I didn't even hear you pop in.
I didn't hear it either, so sorry. I was distracting Colin. It's my fault.
I don't
sorry,
have my hearing aids in. Okay, so
it's my bad. My fault.
I'm only on for another 11 more minutes, but we were talking about the stuff I take with me when I went hunting. I took some things, but I'm just trying to find out what the baseline, what most people take with them when, especially in the same kind of situation I was in. I had a stove where I could heat up water. I had water with me. I had food. I had my rifle and stuff, and I was wearing warm enough clothes, but I had forgotten a few things in the car because there's only so much I could carry. And I just tried to figure out, besides my regular everyday carry, which I had on me, which is like my knife and my ferro rods and stuff.
And obviously the keys in your pockets.
Yeah, my keys.
Yeah. That's probably one of the more important things. Remember, don't lose your keys out in the woods.
Exactly. Well, my keys,
yeah.
My personal keys actually have paracord on them too. So,
some sort of cord, like.
I had cordage. I always have cordage on me.
No. What I mean is, like, it's tethered to you, right? Because, like I know better in the wintertime, especially if it's cold. If I'm trekking along, right, it's like I make sure keys are in my pocket. Well, because if you're driving or whatever, right, that's the last thing you need. Lose your keys.
I was leaving my pack behind. I had to lock the car.
No, I mean, but if you lose your keys on the path or before you get back, that would suck.
I put my keys in
inside pocket or
down pouch with it zipped up. So
yeah, you don't take chances on that because that's the last thing you need.
My jacket pocket on my coat here zips shut.
Yeah, Jenny, can you come pick me up? I dropped my keys in the woods.
No, it's not my keys, it's her keys. And she has
Oh yeah, she'd be like, "You did what?
No, we only
I
have
got
one.
what?"
Yeah, no, not
Yeah.
My,
That's why I
now,
asked for it.
once I get my truck working, then that's different. She has a key of my truck too.
Oh, okay,
but-
that's good. That's good.
But the thing is,
Because like that stuff can actually happen, right? Where it actually now you can't leave.
well, the thing is,
For example,
I
mean, you may.
I'm always prepared for the worst.
Of course, right. I mean,
I planned on if I got stuck, if I got something happened and I had to be there overnight, whatever, I would be warm, I would be dry, I would be, ability to eat some food, that kind of thing. Coffee, definitely a big thing for me.
Yeah, maybe wait for the skies to clear out so you can navigate back out again.
I have more than just the Folgers coffee too. I have. This is the leftover coffee from the room when I was homeless. So I get a bunch of these. They replace these every day. So
hey, coffee counts as one of the C's, right?
Coffee is definitely an additional C for me.
Yeah, me too. But people kind of forget that a nice warm brew reminds you of home and stuff like that. It can
the thing is, like I was saying, I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be coffee. Anything warm, including just straight up water.
Yeah, tea, pine needle tea. Yeah. Because it'll remind. Yeah, it'll remind you.
This right here, warmed up. It's like a tea. It'll help warm you up. It also gives you electrolytes. So people don't think about that kind of thing, and I do. And I had, like I said, I had a meal with me. I had water with me. I had coffee with me, and I was hoping if I would have got a shot of a rabbit or a squirrel or something, I would have been able to cook and eat that if I needed to. But I had the ability to skin that as well because I had my knife on me. I had my skinner and everything, ready to set up to go for that.
So you were ready for that if that did.
I planned for it. Yeah. But the thing is, it was only a limit because the type of pack I had, which is a cheesy day pack. I mean, literally cheesy.
That looks like one of those draw tie bags.
All it is just when it folds up in a little pack right here.
Oh, so basically, yeah. So
and
that's meant to carry maybe a little bit of water, a little bit of food, maybe a poncho or something like that.
I had my my Pathfinder water bottle and cup and a little pot, a little hanger for that. So I could hang it over the water. I had my little tripod set up before I could hang it over my stove in case I needed to.
Yeah.
And that kind of thing. And I planned ahead for all that, except that, I realized I didn't have enough what I needed, like a shelter. I did not have emergency shelter with me. Now, did I have it back in the car? Sure. Did I have
you're not by the car.
I wasn't by the car.
You didn't even know where it is for
I knew. In my mind, I could see the entire place. I know the map of the place. It's just that I had to figure out which way was north.
Yeah.
I did not have my compass on me. That was my first mistake.
Yeah.
You can rely on your GPS on your phone. Now, this is what this thing normally looks like. I usually keep it in my bag, in my my bushcraft bag, as for getting supplies such as like tinder and things like that. If I wanted to go foraging, this would be the thing that we use for that. But this is what I had to carry my stuff in on Sunday. Not the ideal, but it's what I had available.
Now let me ask you something.
Go ahead.
2 things. 1, wouldn't coffee be under calories?
It depends if there's sugar. Generally, coffee doesn't have any calories.
Yeah.
It is not considered anything. What's the second question?
2, would you consider carting things in? And there's a reason I ask this.
No, explain.
Carting, like pulling like a sleigh or a cart.
No. I haven't. There's a reason for it. I'm still recovering from knee surgery in February.
Oh, right.
I had total knee replacement, and while I can walk, my pulling capabilities are limited at best.
Mm.
Well,
And
I
that's
know the
what-
solution for that, Colin.
What's that?
Just have Ian do it.
He wasn't there.
No. I mean, like on this next coming up trip.
And I can't make him do anything now that he's an adult.
Well, I guess, but you guys are going together anyways, right? So he
Yeah.
should.
I am going to be carrying this pack next time, which
Nice.
is a medium Alice pack.
Mhm.
And I have my Pathfinder water bottle and cook set, as well as additional cook sets and stuff in here.
Yeah.
You know, simple knives, as you can see. I would, I'd rather use my other one, but I lost a screw out of this one. I have to get it repaired, unless I could steal it from this one and see if it works.
Hmm.
This is the cheapy one I got from the Temu survival kit. I don't like serrated edges ones. It's too light, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I get you.
You know.
I mean, I've got the
Speaking
kit
of
up on my shelf up here, but
That is actually the reason I asked about carting, because on Temu and Amazon, mind you, I have found a cart that turns into it's supposed to be kind of like one of those pool chairs, the ones that can lay back,
no,
but I figure use it as a cot.
nah.
I've never seen that, so I don't know what it looks like.
I do have a Mylar blanket with me, emergency blanket,
Yeah.
which I'm not a big fan of.
I mean, that only goes so far.
That only goes so far. But
I've tried those before. I know.
I actually got something, if I can get this thing out of here, explain it, show it to you, which is actually kind of cool. And which is this. Oop, excuse me. Let me go back. Let me do this again because
Yeah, like I said. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
you already know what this is. This is spork, right?
Yep. With a knife on the end.
Yeah.
No.
Ooh,
Not
good.
just the knife on the end.
A whistle. A ferro rod.
And a ferro rod. Ooh, I like
So,
Fancy.
Yeah.
on set.
So
Yeah.
this is by Tapirus.
Oh, that's actually a decent company right there.
Yep. It was last year. I think it was Cliff that found it on Amazon, and I just ordered it. It's like less than $15.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, I mean, other than the bag falling apart, mind you, this is a pretty decent little knife, spork setup. But I can eat my meals and stuff like that with it. I do normally carry military silverware, knife, fork, and spoon in my regular everyday carry. This, by the way, will work great for my bushcraft stuff because I don't need much more than that. It is almost 9:30, folks. I am tired, and I just lost my train of thought because I'm tired.
Well, I was gonna say, Wolfie, if you want to talk in the back for a moment, I've never been able to speak to you, and I've in here, so I like to get to know people a little bit. It just makes it a little bit easier. That way, when I have something to talk about, I'll be like,
how
oh
was
yes, I
the
remember.
play, by the way?
Sorry.
What's this play?
How was the play?
It was halfway decent. I can't
Okay.
lie. It was halfway
That was
decent.
as lie as I have ever heard of.
He didn't even exaggerate.
It
He
was
didn't even
crap.
sugarcoat
It was terrible.
He didn't sugarcoat it. He's not sugarcoating it.
It was terrible. Just admit it.
It was literally every single section of the play. All right, mind you, this was supposed to be a Christian play, and it was about heaven and hell. Getting into the kingdom of heaven.
Okay.
And the way that they portrayed everything, it was just everything. There was no storyline.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
Let me close off this real quick. Thank you all for coming. I really appreciate it. I want to thank you on the behalf of Wolfie, Pest Hunter Outdoors, who's not here right now, and CR. Thank
That's
you
me.
guys all for coming. Well, guys, stay in the green room, please. Don't leave yet. And I'm going to end this one in 5, 4, 3,
Colin's awesome.
1.
Oh,
No!
awesome.